Why is it always some old black and white boy telling us young fellas that we ain't relevant in a world that embellishes like a relative content from these elements? You call them stars, I call them settlements, cause they didn't settle for settlements built on a steady sediment. Ashes from the already crashed and burned, dust from past residents. So I can feel it in my bones, I'm feeling in the zone. More when I'm on the way, but the same when I'm feeling home. So I'm comfortable, I know you are too. Me and Powers R1D2, Star Wars Harvest Moon feastful. But please don't come peaceful, but kill that noise if it's at all equal. I tell you what, man, let's make it equal. So I can show you the math, but I don't do sequels. Instead, I'ma use physics to determine how we move. Use ethics to perspective our objective. Because our efforts to fulfill our destinies, the universe expected. So we gotta fight back, take the night back, take our lives back. Our efforts must be twice that of our enemies.
Welcome to. Where we at for that? We're right here, right there. Welcome to yet another episode of the Squadcast Podcast. How we doing, everybody?
How's it going? I'm good.
Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell us about your manis, your puppies, all that good stuff, huh?
Hit the like button, comments, all that good stuff. Shout out to all the subscribers, you know what I'm saying, to both channels, you know what I'm saying, Squadcast Podcast and Junkyard.
Right.
Shout out Midwest Matthew, you know what I'm saying, appreciate that brother as well. Definitely want to get the introduction out the way. There's a lot of shit to get into. But I do want to say thank you for my brothers for being in the building. Godmother, we miss you. Know you got real life shit going on. We'll be back together, squad eventually. But, you know, you gotta take what you can get.
Right, here we are. Well, then, happy belated Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that holiday means to you.
Happy Pilgrim Day.
Right. I enjoyed myself up in or down in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Kicked it with baby sis.
Did you go to Whataburger?
No. I gotta say, the ladies put their foot in it, made a hell of a meal. I guess my cousin Steve, he did make some candied yams. I did not have them, unfortunately. I was so full, but so he did contribute. I didn't have to do nothing this year. So
sounds like a good party for you.
Right.
Man.
Yep,
we skipped the traditional turkey and went with a smoked prime rib.
Oh,
right.
High class.
Right. We didn't smoke it. You know? It was acquired from a source that smokes say prime ribs. But yeah, it's a tasty one for me.
There we go.
You guys, any
Any
tales to regale us from your Thanksgiving?
I mean, same thing, pretty much cooked. I made dressing myself, and I made the mac and cheese.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Nice. Stovetop?
What the hell?
You what? Hold on, man. Don't be talking shit about stovetop.
What the hell is that?
Now, I'm
If you
talking.
don't
Listen,
make
if there's
some
something
damn
people who
cornbread,
make processed food got right, it's
If you don't
stovetop.
make some damn cornbread, quit playing.
Nah.
So
stovetop.
disrespectful. What did
Now, we didn't even have stuffing, but if we were to have made stuffing,
dressing, bro?
it would have been stovetop.
Dressing.
Neither of you are.
No, not versed in that at all.
What? Versed in it? It's a box,
Yeah, no.
water,
You talking about
butter.
stovetop?
Yeah, boom.
What is that, people?
Brother,
Stovetop.
stovetop used to be a staple for me. Only because it was something that I can make, you know, some common shit, some poor poverty shit,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
Stovetop will fill you up.
I ain't too high class to say I didn't have stovetop in my day. Bars.
Well, I'm not high class, but I'm sorry. Maybe I have, but when I talk about it as bad as I am, like that's because it's gross.
Well, get out of here.
I'm just saying.
Move off that. Off
But yeah, Thanksgiving was great as usual. You know,
All
as long as you get to spend time with family, that's all that matters.
Word.
That, of course, as long as you're doing that, you get it. You
There
good.
you go. There you go.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, what else is going on out here, huh?
There's a lot of things going on.
Definitely like
A lot of things. Where do you want to start, Brother Shepard? I know where I think you might want to go, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and steer that one.
Well, you know, I'm not sure where you're. I mean, when you said it, in my mind's just like, oh gosh, what should I say? I'm always ready for anything, but you know, I would say, let's talk about the old Ahmaud Arbery trial down there.
There we go.
You know, I guess if you want to call it that, a little bit of justice was served down in
It's not
Southern
over.
America.
Good old state of Georgia.
Pretty rare.
It's not over. But yeah.
Right, sure, you know,
Yeah.
right. But what
Peace, son.
right. What so yeah, what are y'all's opinions about that? I mean, when you say it's not over, you just mean obviously he's gonna appeal.
No, I mean they still have to They're going back, if I'm not, because they're going back for the hate crime part.
I missed
The
that. There's
federal part is
another.
coming
Oh,
and
okay.
picking back
Well,
up. This is just
right.
if I'm not, civil part or stated with not. I might be wrong in the verse I'm saying or the word I'm saying, but it's another part that's going to go on after that.
Okay.
Yeah, they can do their appeals, but we still got another part, the hate crime.
Okay. I see. Well, in either case, I mean, great. You know, that's good. That is something that should have, and I mean, should not have happened, but should have come out at the best case scenario. So hopefully, justice continues with the rest of the.
I mean, it's crazy because we wouldn't have never seen it if it wasn't for Buddy filming it. Like you just think about it, we would have never seen it. It would have never got to this point, publicized, court, what have you, if the dumbass defendant didn't film it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
thinking he was doing something.
To all you good old boys down there, beware.
Right. You know, what's interesting about that is I believe Twitter is coming out with, or just changed their terms of service, or will be here, where they're going to be, selectively deciding that you can't show private videos anymore. So, if you just take a video of someone and post it on Twitter, like they will say, well, that's a private video of someone, you can't post that without their permission.
Okay.
Right. So the implication, potentially something like this, Fred, or even the idea is, think about just that. If this guy had that video and posted it, but, they considered it to be private information, and they kept posting it down, so nobody saw it. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So kind of a scary dystopian future there, just to think about a social media company as powerful as Twitter, essentially deciding, that
what can and can't.
Right, exactly right. What is private, what isn't private,
Right. But that's just the social media giants doing what they're doing. I mean, Facebook does it. I mean, there's just a lot of platforms where you can just I mean, it is what it is, man. But we're thankful that we was able to see it. These guys were prosecuted, I guess, to the highest extent based on the charges that were brought against them. It just sends a message, though, that, what I'm saying, because for it to be predominantly an all Caucasian jury,
exactly,
with just, I believe, one black juror,
that's what it was.
We didn't think that we was going to get what we got. I'm just being real. I'm looking at the state where they at, looking at the good old boy system that they got running down there, how they got rid of all the black jurors, singled them out one by one, saying nope, and then you got 11 and 1. Like, I'm just like, okay, they stacking the deck, and I wasn't too hopeful, man. I'm just being real with you. I wasn't too hopeful, but I mean, the defense attorneys, and Brother Black kind of talked about this before. Like, they kind of played themselves, constantly trying to paint him as a thief, a criminal.
Right.
Even went to the extent to talk about his personal image, personal hygiene, trying to emphasize on the man's toenails and shit like that. I mean, how low can you really go to try to get your client off the hook? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like,
and they trying to defend them based on the bullshit ass citizens arrest laws.
She broke that down like easily.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just a joke. I mean, I guess at best you have to have first-hand knowledge of a crime being committed, like in process. You can't just look at someone and assume they committed a crime that you didn't see, and then chase them down.
That's a fact.
With a vehicle, nonetheless, and then cage them in, box them in.
2 guns.
Well, yeah, with 2 damn guns
and a handgun.
Man,
talking about don't move, I'll blow your fucking head off.
Right.
That's what the pop said. And then the Corn Billion, the son, talking about, I was fearing for my life because he had a hold of the gun, and at that point it's him or me, and I'm just and it's just like, well, you guys
shouldn't have chased them down with the guns in the first place.
You guys activated the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the great thing is the whole how they try to do the citizens arrest thing. The prosecutor killed that because they said not one time did they go to the cop and said that they were trying to make a citizen's arrest.
Oh, they didn't even imply that.
They didn't imply it at all.
That's why I feel like once it goes to this Supreme or for this hate crime, it's gonna be an open and shut case because she debunked everything they said about a citizen's arrest and all that. So if they go to this next step with any of that, they shouldn't have a case at all to be able.
But we would have
and I get what you're saying as far as we didn't have hope, but I feel like ultimately with us seeing that video, I feel like it was like open and shut. The man was, and then the more details that came out about him just jogging, it was an open and shut case that he didn't do nothing. So I feel like they would have gotten off.
How many open and shut cases?
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? With where you coming from, but I feel like this was different.
George Floyd, we thought was different. I mean, and there was a sense that wasn't going to go the way it should have went. As open and shut as that was,
right?
And that was clear cut.
Attorneys constantly trying to pull little sneaky shits and get the case dismissed.
Bend the rules, bend certain verbiage.
And I don't want any more black
pastors.
I said, wow, you couldn't be more racist.
Yeah, you can't be more
racist than that.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
So you got that. We got. I mean, did we get justice? I mean, I guess we got one in the books on paper, but at the end of the day, we know that this shit is still going on, it's still going to continue to go on because, hate is in the person, hate is in the heart, hate is in the mind, and that shit ain't going nowhere. Racism is still here, bigotry is still here, so, it is what it is, but, that we're talking about a trial. What happened to old boy Rittenhouse? He just I told you what was going to happen.
That wasn't a surprise at all.
I mean, dictated that whole case.
I mean, that whole thing was about self-defense, and all they had to do was convince the jury, a reasonable doubt, essentially.
You need to convince one
juror. Right. So, and I honestly, however you fall on either side of that, I can't really argue one way or the other. Against it. So obviously it's all bad. Some little bitch-ass kid running around with a gun.
I
don't know what anyone else would expect to happen. Someone's definitely going to get
So
hurt.
You mean to tell me out of all the charges or whatever that they tried to
get him for,
you couldn't even get him for illegally possession of a firearm? Because that wasn't his gun. He's 17. You can't even buy an AR-15.
Right, the circumstances around the gun charges were weird, and the fact that I guess for some reason, based on the guns,
the worst fucking charge to try to charge him with, and then fight these charges or try to build the charges up against him in court and be looking dumb as hell, not using nothing right, not saying nothing right that goes for what the hell you chose to fight and charge him with. I just don't understand it, and I just feel like the judge really was orchestrating him getting off on that case, telling him the dude what he could and couldn't say to him or how he felt about him. Like, how you're the judge, just do the judge job, sit your ass back and let them work out their case.
Bro, but they said it was so
that shit crazy.
But he came at him with a skateboard. But this is after he shot somebody.
Right. But the problem is there's just a video of him, shooting that second guy essentially, and that is what everyone's seeing. That's what everyone has to decide on. So right? I mean, right. My thought is I see this guy shooting someone, and maybe there's some opportunity for me to come through and subdue this fool, but I miss for whatever reason, and he turns and kills me. But that's what they catch on film is me missing and him turning and killing me essentially. No context before or after on film. It is again. There's no surprise. I think that reasonable doubt is the big hitch there. in this particular case. It's still, I mean, either way, it's fucked up.
I feel so bad for the family.
Right,
bro, 'cause
absolutely.
It's like
Absolutely.
you it's so many questions that I really have in regards to his case. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I said on the last show that we was able to do together that by him getting off is going to set the precedence that you can just do whatever you want. You can just take law in the matters of your own hands, go to a whole other place where you don't belong, where you're not from, get involved in something.
Well, you know, there's that.
Shoot somebody and
The whole thing about him not belonging there and not being there is he only lived a mile from the state line, like 10 minutes. And he actually worked in Minnesota. He was a lifeguard there, and like his aunts and uncles and shit all lived in the same Kenosha. My point is that he wasn't actually necessarily a stranger in the area.
I'm not saying he's a stranger. I'm saying he's a stranger to what's going on. Like he chose to put himself in the middle of that
protest. Sure, absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to say he doesn't have any business being in the state. I'm talking about in that he chose to throw himself into that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it didn't concern him. You're 17.
I tell you what the worst aspect of this is past these people who lost their lives is just how disgusting the media has been with this whole thing.
Fox fucking news, I can't stand them.
Right.
I don't watch them, but I see the shit.
Hell, CNN and MSNBC. These idiots can't even come up with a better goddamn reason or logic other than the fact that he had a gun across state lines. Like they got nothing on this shit other than to try to scare everybody about who this kid may or may not be. You know what I mean? Their whole thing was to put fear monger around this kid. This whole idea that he was a white supremacist probably is pretty fucking laughable in the first place as well, especially for a 17-year-old kid.
Bro, he's gonna. I hate to say this comparison, but he's gonna go around doing the same shit that George Zimmerman's doing. He's gonna go around signing autographs, taking pictures with motherfuckers and shit like that. Already top-ranking Republican officials are already endorsing his kids for interns and shit like that. I mean, it's just like, come on.
Absolutely. And they're all just trying to use this shit as some sort of fucked up ass pawn and culture war politics. Right, exactly. All in the sake of a little bit more money, maybe another goddamn win, man. This shit is fucking disgusting, man, all the way around there. Right. This is where we are.
Yep. And then I did see where the lady in Texas, the lady in Minnesota who shot the one kid that was 10 minutes away from where the George Floyd trial was, her trial's about to start up.
Yeah, I was looking for
I don't remember.
When she said that she thought she grabbed her taser, but she grabbed her gun and fired it at the brother.
And I forgot all about that shit.
Yeah. So her trial's coming up, and it's
news cycle's vicious.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how long these trials take for them to come up. I mean, I guess you got to go through your preparations as attorneys and prosecutors and defenses to get ready for trial. But I think this should need to be coming up a lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? There's another one where we've seen it on video of her. Police. I mean, and granted, the kid was on his way to being handcuffed or whatever the case may be. He did. I'm not condoning it.
Right.
But I'm saying he did fucking resist and try to run. You know what I'm saying? Which was dumb. Especially when you're a person of color. You need to conform to every order that's being thrown at you, brother, because obviously you can lose your life in a matter of seconds. So he did do that dumb shit, but there's no way you can mistake your taser for your gun when your taser's on your left side and your gun is on your right.
And not to mention you're an instructor for this type of activity. So I can't believe you just get that mixed up.
That's crazy. And the fact that she's been on the force for how many years?
You instruct another damn
Yeah. She was a safety instructor.
You was a safety instructor. That's your academy? Are you kidding me right now?
Just, man. And that's terrifying. This, I guess this brings me back to the old defund the police argument, where, the ideal isn't, to obviously get rid of the police, but to switch this shit up, change, One of the biggest arguments we have right now is that cops are, have cops suspected to be social workers at the time. So it seems to me, maybe we turn half the cops into social workers instead. You can take away that gun, give them a ton of knowledge and
But they give my man
skills
on
and
the other
personal
guys, give
skills.
him a whistle. Give them a rape whistle. So they can blow and they get in danger.
Give them straight top 5 security in the world equipment.
Nothing that can endanger a person.
Right, in worst case scenario, they can't handle it. They got run up out of there and call a goddamn cop, man.
Yeah, call a real person in charge that's been on service for a while.
Right.
Got a decent reputation, you know what I'm saying? And we know who those people are.
So I don't know, and sure, there's other obviously bigger, and better things you probably could do inside of that. But that seems like a good start to me.
Yeah.
You turn half these cops into social workers and get rid of those guns.
Yeah.
Have approached these people like that, and maybe someone did break the law, but do you have to arrest them? I got a buddy, y'all know Charles, obviously. We had him on the show.
Brother, peace, love, joy.
Back in the day, we had this conversation where he was so frustrated that cops could just arrest you, and he just couldn't understand. Like, I just don't understand it. I mean, he would pull you over, if you got your license, just arrest you. I was like, bro, there gotta be some rules in this motherfucker sometimes. But I get what you're saying. But
shit, in New York, I don't stop them for it. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come here, let me.
Right. That's a nightmare scenario, bro. A nightmare scenario. Holy smokes. Especially, I'm gonna get it access to education. Anyway,
For the love, peace.
Right. All right. Shout out to. Damn, I actually had something to add on to that, but I totally slipped my mind.
Then they pushed they pushed the mandate for the vaccine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you guys didn't.
Yeah, let's talk about the new. Let's talk
about the new.
Let's talk about the new. COVID again.
I was waiting for it.
And another one. All right. And another one.
Shit.
What is it? Omicron, Superton, Bond one. I don't know. What's this variant? Omicron. Yeah, I give two shits really about its exact name. It's just yet another threat, I guess, to some particular extent. There's a lot of debate, maybe it's more contagious, but is it as lethal?
Well, they actually gave the name for it. It used to be called the South African strain because that's where they first discovered it.
But they proved 2 days ago that it actually, not only that it was in Europe before it was even in South Africa. They still don't know where it's from just yet. But they proved that it started in Europe before it was in South Africa. So this whole goddamn travel ban on South Africa right now. Talk about racist.
That's some bullshit.
Talk about racist. Old Sleepy Joe.
And it wasn't just
come on, bro.
It wasn't just on South Africa. There was travel bans on other places.
Like Sudan and Kenya, a few other places. Right, yeah. So yeah. So we got a new variant.
We got the new variant, you know what I'm saying? And it's not only just overseas, it's actually been a case reported in California. Just recently been a case reported in Minnesota.
It's here.
Yeah, California.
I've heard reports that they believe it's actually been around for some time, because while it might be right now, maybe possibly. I'm no doctor.
No doctor.
But I'm a chef.
I'm a chef.
While it may be more contagious, its symptoms are generally much more mild than the current COVID strains. At best, the most common symptom is just a headache. And then actually, they think that's why it's actually probably been around a little bit longer, and it's just flown under the radar because it hasn't really stood out as maybe this is something different. So we all gonna die. It's over.
This is the new genocide. New genocide.
I'm gonna get my booster. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and get my first booster. Just get me here through the old holidays. But after that, I'm not sure if I can keep up with the hustle and bustle of the yearly.
If they were to double back and say, "Oh, we need you guys to take this said vaccine to stop the Omni," would you guys be okay with that?
No, I'm not taking no more.
Well, right today, if they said that, no. because just with everything we know, there's not enough information for them.
I'm just saying, later on, period. If they come out with more information.
Well, so if the information is that for some reason that's more deadly and it's provable, right? Wouldn't that be the logic?
I'm just asking.
No. Let's tease this out. Let's tease this out. Okay? Listen. Because
Don't do it.
Because today I saw this crazy ass lady crossing
He's doing it.
Merle Hay in not an intersection
Oh shit.
with a damn mask on. You can't have it both ways. How the hell are you dodging cars like fodder with a damn COVID mask on? What are we doing here? Do you know what safety is? Are you virtue signaling here or by almost that? Where is your head at? You are someone I
What's important to her?
I say that
to you, brother.
I say that to say, yeah, well, if something comes out where it's shown that, this or another variant of COVID is really, really bad and killing people, yeah, let's say you get this and you die from it. Me and this brother gonna be shedding tears, giving that damn boosters talking about your goofy ass not getting the shot.
So again, y'all think y'all just would be okay?
I don't know why you don't do my show me the proof where we're not. Show me the proof where we're not.
Nah,
because he still keeps saying they, and he ain't told us who they are.
It's 7 people. None of them know each other.
With y'all, that's all. It was just tripped out because, of course, like I said, he made the vaccine a mandate where basically as far as we're going back to work. So
I believe it's
that's what we subjected to the test.
Are you going back in the office?
No, I don't plan on it. But
the guys go back and you start the waves in January 10th. When you go back, you gotta do it.
So you going back next year for sure?
Yeah, we got.
Oh God, you going back too?
Yeah.
Oh brothers,
it's different.
Oh God.
So they check.
You gonna have them weird square walls with no particular color or pattern for some reason, even though it's textured, you don't understand it. The office smells the same no matter what you do, unless someone cooks fish in the microwave.
Yeah. So
somebody doing that.
It's crazy that they passed the joint where the jobs can pretty much do what they want. But I mean, I get it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I talked to some people and they said that their companies pretty much have done the same thing where they need to know your vaccination status. If you've been vaccinated, they need proof, and if you haven't, you're going to be subjected to testing. If you test positive, then you won't be able to show up for work. And how they choose to. How y'all work that out? How they got the rules to work out as far as paid? Get
right
PTO or
work from home, or you get
hired, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's company dependent, but
So that's the question here. Oh, wait a minute. So you're gonna get tested weekly then?
Yeah.
You gonna get in your nose weekly?
I have to, I guess so.
And what if Wells come to you and says, "Well, now you got the virus, so
you're a fucking lie. Kiss my ass."
What if they say that though?
They're a fucking lie.
But that's what
you right.
That's what the test say.
I do my shit at home. Fuck you mean?
So what if you even
and it come back positive? You don't say Wells Fargo put the fix in?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
I've been finding all this time.
Just to get black. It was like, nah, this brother, he's the one. We gotta take it.
They did it. Yes, they did.
They gonna take this one brother at $238,000.
I get some shit stuck in my nose fucking with y'all this one time, and now I come back, I'm COVID. Fuck y'all. Get the fuck out of here.
So whenever it's the time you got long COVID, you can tell a lot of long COVID, and you're gonna have a lot of symptoms. And me and him are, we had it, we're exposed to it, but we were,
I honestly felt like I was exposed to it before everybody knew that it was COVID. Like, my old lady had it back in that November, October time frame before it really hit in that December.
Well, I do believe everybody is going to get COVID if they haven't had it already.
We're talking about dogs, pets is getting it. So come on.
Right. So it only makes sense, at least at this point, for his first round, to go ahead and just play it straight laced. So like I said, I got my first shot. I got the actual vaccine. I'm gonna get one booster, and we'll see. But every year, they're just gonna
Did
say.
you really get the shot, brother?
Hell yeah, I got the shot.
Don't be in here lying like some
Shit,
people.
I'm good as gold, baby. That's how I got in the Dave Chappelle.
I'm just checking.
Hey, them brothers in the NFL just got suspended for producing on fake COVID-19. So they can try to.
Which, yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Shout out to
wondering.
Antonio Brown.
Dave Chappelle could possibly have mitigated that. People with vaccine cards.
Yeah, so if you're vaccinated, you're good. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't vaccinated and your job is doing weekly testing, man, I hope y'all do well. I hope nobody, shows positive for COVID and all that other shit. Cause I don't want nobody dollars being affected. Cause with the shortage and inflation that's going on that we're gonna talk about here next, it's pretty crazy. I mean, gas was damn near over like 320, 330 or something like that not too long ago, almost pushing 340 for premium for those who like to drive Cadillacs.
It's damn near $15 for a pack of family-sized chicken. So
damn. Someone told me the other day the Newports are like $11. I was like, bro, you got to quit smoking. You've got to quit. It's not even about your health at this point. It's about that pocketbook.
And with the shortages and of course with this new strain that's going on, it's definitely taking its effect on the market as well. I definitely see it in my Robinhood accounts, my Webull accounts, my cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? Which I'll talk about that tomorrow. Wall Street, y'all look for that. But it's definitely crazy, man, how this fucking vaccine can just this COVID shit can just wreak so much havoc and affect so many different facets of life. You know what I'm saying? This COVID shit has affected manufacturing, shipping, exporting, importing, everything.
It showed just how weak it really was, how this
The
damn
infrastructure
system
and all
is
that
set up
shit.
right. Everybody can get everything basically overnight, essentially. You know, six different links in that chain get sick. It's all over from there. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, y'all remember when that damn ship over in some canal, I think in Europe, ran aground or in the Middle East? Yeah, no, it didn't tip over. Like it ran aground and it blocked the whole canal. No ships.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
said, what dummy built the canal and then put a ship in it so big it could possibly block the whole damn canal? That doesn't even make sense.
That put an efficient canal.
Dangerous. Man, I gummed up the works, but right. The whole supply chain is real weak. It's real weak.
Very weak.
It relies on a lot of thoughtless actions, just making too much too fast and asking too much and too many people to do it.
I'm telling you what's going to happen, and I hate to say this, and I hope it doesn't happen, but the way shit, if it continues to get bad, I'm like bad, we might go back to the old times with the ration stamps, bro. Like they gonna start rationing the shit. Meat and sugar and all that shit was rationed back in the day.
Right. We created this weird dynamic too, where half of the damn meat we eat is corn fed, and corn, being a huge crop, is largely affected by global warming. So when droughts and shit like that happen, the cost of that shit goes up.
Exactly.
Right. So the cost of your beef and your pork and your chicken's all gonna go up as a result of that as well.
Because there is a difference between grass-fed beef and
for sure.
corn-fed beef.
Absolutely.
The taste, everything.
Even the grass-fed beef can be affected by global warming for sure. So
I mean, and that's a little bit more expensive. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion,
right. I think that's where we need to get a grip in both areas. There's not only getting rid of this the sensation with the man we all have I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I love some Amazon. I love figuring out how quickly can I get this here. Like I won't even buy this because it says it's going to take longer than I want
That's a fact.
to get here.
That's a fact.
I will just buy some other shit or go somewhere right now and get it.
Yeah.
So I'm guilty of the same thing, but I guess that's what we got to figure that shit out. I have to figure out get rid of this big ass demand and also quit destroying the earth at the same time.
Well, the earth has been here for hundreds of millions of years. It survived many cataclysms.
Billions of years, actually.
Yeah, billions. Where
you can count that many on your fingers and toes.
Where are we going to put a number? I'm not going to disagree. I'm a firm believer that this whole thing's been here.
Maybe you believe it's 6,000 years old, though.
No, I don't.
Does anyone in this room believe Earth is 6,000 years old? Please raise your hand so I can
Those are probably the same people who believe the Earth is flat. Shout out Kyrie.
Hey, he stands his ground on. I respect him for that.
I stand up. Kyrie don't get us flat.
Or do that might get us some press, some
Yeah,
attention
maybe.
somewhere.
I
So
don't know. I don't know.
more subscribers. Controversy is good.
Yeah.
If we've learned anything in life, especially when it comes to the internet, controversy is good. So,
Most definitely. I want to talk about this just real quick.
Please.
Rest in peace, Virgil Abloh, fashion icon,
right?
very astute brother, made an impact on a lot of things other than just fashion, but that's what he's known for. Creator of Off-White, a brand that is high end, kind of up there. It's not necessarily with the Gucci's or whatever, but it can get up there. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I don't want to say I think, but he lost his battle with cancer, and it's just crazy, man. Him and then Young Dolph getting murdered in his own city at Makita's, the cookie place. I want to talk to y'all about this real quick. What is with certain, like, when you make it, you're supposed to leave. And I'm not trying to say that he didn't necessarily leave. Maybe he did have residence in another state or whatever the case may be. But it's like when you get to a certain status or certain stature, you just really can't be in certain areas.
Certainly not when you're living that life, obviously.
Right, and he's had issues before where he's been shot at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm not faulting the brother wanted some cookies. You would think you could just go get some damn cookies and live your life and all that other shit. But it's just like, when you get to a certain status, man, it's just like you just can't do certain shit, man. Like no matter how much you think your hood or your neighborhood loves you, it be your own kind and your own neighborhood that take you out. Look what happened to Nipsey.
Right. I don't know what it is, what the game's obsession is right now with death. That's really what it seems like it is. There is just this weird hankering for not only killing, but like respecting the killing. I understand there's always, obviously, we all know there's always been a certain life and death element in these streets. That just is what it is, But there hasn't necessarily been a celebrated aspect of it. It's just been a known and respected. But right now, like murdering, getting killed almost is in a weird way. Like some of these kids would love to be like Nipsey with a mural up somewhere with all that love in a weird way. There's still people who, obviously for obvious reasons, give a lot of respect out to Nipsey and whatnot. But they only seem to really talk about or don't really want to bring up, maybe the one thing that maybe got him killed. You know what I'm saying? They overlook kind of that issue that is, all the glorification of the death and destruction in the game that he participated in. Some of it he did do himself, but certainly towards the end he had certainly more of a more positive and trying to turn people's minds around. But leading up to that point, for sure. I mean, I had a debate with a gang member recently about what is it with gangs. There are some people who absolutely, could absolutely argue why they love and respect and will always, hold it down for their gang. And I believe I might be able to argue why gangs are maybe the worst thing that's ever happened to the Black community. And not their original inception and what they could have been and maybe originally were. But I'm talking about where we're at right now.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Because I'm saying all gangs that's out here didn't start out to what it is today.
But
But I get what you're saying.
Right.
Right. Like, for me,
I don't think we're putting that genie back in the bottle. I don't think you can revert the.
I'll put it to you like this. So for me, growing up, I lived in the GD neighborhood in Chicago, but if you wander off to certain different, like a block over, 2 blocks over, then you got a whole other gang. It might be BDs, it might be Vice Lords on this block or Blackstones down this neighborhood. So it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then you growing up with your friends is no different than Italians trying to get into the mafia. You run around here, your friends, y'all clicking up or whatever the case may be, and then you try to some of them, if not whoever, you end up in that gang of choice based on your neighborhood, who's around you and shit like that. But at some point, you have to grow up and realize this shit ain't for you. Meaning, what positive has come out of this? Because it's either you're going to go to the can, you're fearing for your life, or you're going to end up losing your life. You know what I'm saying? So, like for me, when I joined whatever organization, whatever the case may be, it was because that's where all my homies was. You know what I'm saying? We doing this, we getting money, whatever. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I felt more comfortable with these guys, whatever the case may be. And I still show love to my peoples, whatever the case may be. But I'm not out here gang activity. You know, I'm not out here looking for trouble or nothing like that. Do I say what's up to my people? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I might chill or whatever case, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You got to see the forest for the trees, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my people probably don't even know what that means, but it just means you got to see the clear picture of all this shit. Like, some people get wrapped up in that shit because that's all they got. They might not have nothing, you know what I'm saying? And the gang culture and that camaraderie and brotherhood, they really thrive on that shit, and it gets embedded in their head that that's all they got, when really they got way more than that. You know what I'm saying? They gotta open their eyes up and see, man. It's sad. It's sad.
I'm just worried that I don't know. I guess I'm really worried that like this is like an emerging trend. I mean, it seems like it's been going on for some years, but I really feel like this is just kind of settling in as something that's going to be happening, So I don't know. I just think it's kind of disturbing what's going on right now with
Very
music.
disturbing.
So
Very disturbing. I mean, look, we talk about this shit all the time, man. With how us of color need to get our shit together and start trying to become one, trying to unify and stop all this madness. But it's gonna take so much work, man. It's gonna take so much work. And like I said, I don't think I'll be alive to see it. Do I think it'll ever happen? I believe so. But I mean, people have to want to change, man. They just have to want it. And then when you want it, then you're able to inspire other people as well, because they see the path you're walking on. Like it's I don't know.
Black, why you be gang banging?
Gang bang.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you
Delusional.
one man gang. I thought.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out here, bro.
Shout out to all my homies on Cedar Block.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that being said, right. Shout out to everybody in the gang. Everyone's got their reasons, and everyone, are doing what they think they're doing with it. So, and I'm always frustrated, because just when I finally feel like I've made my mind up about it, there's always someone who just has some sort of insight into, or seems to be a very reasonable person on the other end of the, or within that lifestyle. Like, they're not, the typical media image of a gangbanger.
See, my dad was in the gang, my uncles was in the gang, it's all the same shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was just something that I just seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just something that this shit was just normal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember when I was like 11 or 12, when one of the big homies approached me. This is the first time somebody ever asked me to join the gang. They asked me, "Dog, you want to be GD?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm cool." So I'm 11. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That's a lot of pressure, brother.
I'm trying to get my shit together and try to, get into girls at this point in time. But I'm got other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But I will always get approached like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they get you. Actually,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They see you out here. They think they get money with him. Or, he kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? We got him around here. But hey, you want to roll with us? Kind of like little brother, you.
Right. Yeah, never been my style. That's for sure. I mean, I definitely, got the fellas, got to roll with the homies, a handful, a couple of knuckleheads or what have you, but game member, what? No, not ever around here.
I mean, ain't nothing worse than getting pulled over by a cop, and then they actually what section you claiming? What you know what I'm saying? They look at my tattoos and shit, and they go, "You blood? You blood?" I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, and you know what I'm saying? And it's just, yeah, man, it's
crazy.
Yeah.
I never. The closest I came to a real gang confrontation was I think I was about 19 and 20, and we had just been partying out real heavy downtown, and we're about ready to leave.
No,
we were at Static. Y'all remember that place? I think it's still there. Shit, Static.
Yeah, well, it's called something else.
Right. Started off as Trap Point, and then it was Static. Shout out to anybody who know about Trap Point. We were leaving, and the guy, one of these cats we was with, was talking to some girl, and evidently she was some gang member's girl.
Every time I come, I gotta prove my look.
So they exchanged a few words, and he's yelling some gang this, gang that. Who we was with starts yelling some gang this. I didn't even know this guy was there. This is extreme all of a sudden. Like, are we about to fight this guy? This is nuts.
Yeah.
So, but it kind of seemed real unfair. It was like 10 of us.
Caught up by association.
Right.
And that's how shit happens, though.
Right. Well, we're like 10 of us in one of him, though. But nothing happened right there. But so we walk away, and about 5 minutes go by, and we're down like a block and go around the corner, and 3 fucking burbs pull up, and like 5-10 fucking people come piling out of these cars, and they're ready to go. Ready to like, oh shit, like this like some goddamn, what's that fucking movie with the Outsiders? Y'all remember that? Yeah, just some movie. Like, this is intense. But the dude we was with lost his fucking mind, ran back to his car real quick, and came running back to the group with his hand behind his back like he had a gun.
It had nothing?
What? I was behind him, hands empty as hell. I was like, this is either the best or the dumbest thing that I've ever been a part of.
He watched too much TV. You know what I'm saying? He really saw that on The Godfather. When they stood in front of him, they said, put your hand in your coat and act like you're a tough guy.
Right.
Yeah. I was like,
man, like 5-10 seconds of intense silence, everybody staring at everybody. And the mother boy was like, fuck us, let's get him out of here. Their cars, and they piled out.
So he won the war?
He won the war.
But wow. With no strap.
No strap.
Wow. You could fuck around them and get killed. Like, you act like you got a pistol or somebody really do, and they feel like they threat. Shit.
You good instead.
Rockin' my baby.
Right. And I just felt like, man, that ain't worth being in no gang. That ain't worth it. Because see how you yelling out your gang stuff didn't persuade him. I'm gonna go get more gang shit and come right back. This guy think he got some gang shit. I got more gang shit. He shouldn't have said that shit. I got a shot.
When gang banging goes bad.
Right, for sure. Never hung out with that motherfucker again.
Never again. Never again.
Shout out to him, man. He's a good guy. Other than that moment, other than that, you invite him into the house, they can cook for us a couple times. He's a good guy.
Certain people be wanting to be in the gang just because they think it's cool too.
Or some people just too about that action for no reason.
And I only say this because when you look at certain rappers, you don't never hear them say they affiliated, and then later on down the line, I'm gonna use him as an example.
Soldier.
No, don't disrespect Big Draco.
Fuck you take him off another song? Take him off?
So when I seen Bow Wow going ape shit, on TV on one of his little reality show that he's on, talking about umpire rule this and umpire rule that. I'm like, bro, what? Because you this little kid, and if anything, Big Snoop Dogg put you on, and he Big Crit. So what are we doing here?
No way.
So I promise you, bro, he was spinning umpire rule this, umpire rule that. And I'm just like, bro, you in your 30s and you just start game banging?
Right. It's way too over, bro. No one's believing you. You're the reason why the game got shot at.
No. Like,
holy smokes.
You know,
that's embarrassing.
Brother Black said Big Draco, you know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? There was controversy around him because he's born in Chicago, and at certain points he was claiming GD, and then he moved to LA or California, wherever he is, Calabasas, wherever, you know, whatever. And now he's a big blood from Fruit Street.
Fuck out of here. They sunned his ass when he was over there on that block. Who was you?
He's like,
hands off me.
He dropped the phone like, what you want to do? That video just make me stop all that shit. Cuban chain off like he really about to buy.
Oh my
God. Talking about on blood this, on blood that shit. Oh my God. That had to be one of the Draco blow moments, bro.
Exposed. I mean, listen, to be quite honest, this brother know how to ride low moments. He's the only guy who was like, he just turned his low moment into a high moment somehow. Or his low moment is everyone's high moment. When he be breaking down and flipping out on stupid shit, everyone's like, this is pretty good. I'm enjoying watching this.
I mean, Soulja Boy do gotta command some kind of respect though, because he was the first rapper to get famous off the internet.
Right.
And made YouTube.
And did it all on his own.
All on his own.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like a pioneer.
For sure. Who got to, whether you like his trash ass music.
I'm not trying to say, you know, how he accused Drake of stealing his whole flow.
I'm talking about all shenanigans.
He's a pioneer in his own right based off of what I just said.
Right. Still gotta come with all these dumbass gimmicks and shit to try and stay.
Right. I mean, he always
take all these rappers come up with some kind of gimmick to stay relevant.
Right. I mean, that's the only way.
Just trolls.
Even Drake had to hop over to TikTok to make sure people didn't forget about him, you know.
Shit, Drake's in the battle rap community now.
As a battler, though, piggyback off some shit and get some more fans.
No, not as a battler, but he's helped start this streaming company, Caffeine.
Right, yeah, I know that.
And URL, shout out Smack White, Beasley, Chico, Chico, P. You know what I'm saying? The whole URL, they moved in over there pretty much, and pretty much it's like majority of what Caffeine shows, other than people, you know, video games and shit. You know, it's just like Twitch and shit too.
He's protecting his investment. I digress on that. He doing the right thing.
I mean, they just had a Drake card.
I sent for his birthday.
He just put his own battle rap card together for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Where he had some of the top people in the battle rap world rap for him on his birthday, and he was fucked up too. Drake, I ain't never seen him that drunk. He was trying to shoot his shot.
Were they battling, or were they just?
No, they was battling like shit, like real shit. Lotus Lux.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? He came out, you know what I'm saying, the battle on the
Was there rewards? Was there prize money?
Nah. But they are working on putting $1 million card together though. So whoever, I don't know how they're doing it, but it is going to be worth $1 million.
Battle Royale style.
The winner gets $1 million. They have already had like tournaments where it's like battle royale, not actually battle royale, but like tournament.
Whatever happened to Blaze battles? That's still around? Is that league still around?
But you know, Fight Club just came back.
Oh wow.
You know, Fight Club is back. It's on MTV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Fight Club. You know what I'm saying?
MTV still around?
Yeah.
I don't even have cable. I mean, I guess I had cable for years there, but I
shout out International P. Fight Club. And you know what I'm saying? I think I see something like Grind Time is coming back too. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the earlier platforms, battle rap, you know what I'm saying, that was out there. Because without Grind Time, you wouldn't have seen the Conceiteds, the Hollow the Dons, and a whole bunch of other people. Arsenal, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all started on Grind Time. So.
Okay. Don't you got a battle coming up, bro?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I had a battle come, that was going to be on December 11th. And as I posted on Facebook or the new name Meta, it's not going to go down for reasons I choose not to discuss on air or on social media. I'll tell you off camera, but I'm not going to divulge that information on your platform.
I can dig it.
All right, Jim. Well, we got anything else?
No, I think we touched a lot today. I think it's a good way to go ahead and close this drawing out, you know what I'm saying, and get this chopped up and slopped up out to the people so they can go ahead and enjoy this. I think it's a good one. I think we covered a lot of shit that needs to be covered. I mean, there's a lot of the stuff we could dive into, but we'll save that for another day.
There we go. All right, well, like and subscribe, all that good shit. We are out there on Podbean, under SK Crew, but I'm not sure why I can't figure out how to pull it up on, the podcast services yet. I'm sure there's a setting or something like that I have to figure out.
I tried to log in, and I we'll talk about that too. The password I tried it wouldn't work and shit like that. But yeah, we're on Podbean,
right?
And it got us out there on all digital platforms. You know what I'm saying? So
somewhere in the fray. So look for us.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe there.
Well, definitely get your audio on. You know what I'm saying?
Take us with you.
No more YouTube. Get your audio on. We love y'all.
Absolutely.
Peace.